Good morning students of class 6. Last class we had done the first and second paragraph of the poem Daffodils. I had explained it to you. I hope you all are reading and learning the poem well. Today we will go to the third and fourth stanza of the poem. So now open your books to Daffodils and let us go to the third stanza. Today is the 8th Daffodils, written by William Wordsworth. Come to the stanza 3. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. So, in the third stanza we see, this is the explanation of the third stanza. In the third stanza, the poet starts to talk about the waves which are in the lake. Okay, he is talking about the waves in the lake. The waves, like the daffodils, are dancing. So, he is talking about the waves in the lake which are also dancing like the daffodils. The waves are happy. Therefore, they are moving as if they were dancing in the lake beside the daffodils. The waves are also very happy, and so they are also moving in such a way like it seemed like they are dancing in the lake that was beside the daffodils. The joy of the waves exceeds the joy of the daffodils. The waves and the daffodils are humanized as they feel joy. So over here the poet has humanized the feeling, okay, of joy through the waves and the daffodils. But the daffodils are happier than the waves. This scene affects the poet and makes him happy. So this scene also makes the poet very happy. Okay. So, in the company of the happy daffodils and waves, the poet should be happy like them. In this contemplation, everything in nature affects him and makes him happy. So, what this stanza is showing us, that the poet is also getting very happy by the nature. Nature is affecting his happiness. He is also feeling very happy. Now let us come to the next stanza. So often when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. So, in this stanza, what do we see? The explanation of this stanza is, whenever the poet is in low spirits, the sight of the daffodils flashes in his mind. Flashes meaning comes in his mind. His heart is filled with joy and happiness, and it seems to him as if his heart is dancing with the daffodils. So his heart is filled with joy and happiness when he thinks about the daffodils, okay? And it seems as if his heart is also dancing with the daffodils. So I hope these two stanzas are clear to you students. Okay, now let us come to the word meanings of today. Some difficult word meanings are given to you. You will write them in your English literature copy. You will learn the word meanings well. So, number 1, sprightly, meaning lively or full of energy. Glee, meaning great delight. Jocund, meaning cheerful and light-hearted. Cheerful and light-hearted. Number 4, oft, meaning often. Number 5, vacant, meaning bored and with an empty mind. Number 6, pensive, meaning thoughtful, usually in a sad way. Number 7, inward eye, meaning the mind's eye or imagination. Number 8, bliss of solitude. Over here it means the thought of the daffodils brings happiness to the speaker when he is feeling lonely. So students, that's all for today. We have completed the poem today. I hope the poem is clear to you. The difficult word meanings are given to you. Go through it and learn it well. Write it in your literature copy. Then the explanation of both the third stanza as well as the fourth stanza, both I have given to you. You can go through that also. So below my video the link is there. Click on the link and go through and learn whatever I have taught you. I will see you in the next class with the exercises and question and answers. Thank you. God bless.